I'm Elizabeth Kuiper, Student Council President.
And I'm Caitlin Perkins, Student Council Treasurer.
The Frederick Douglass High School senior class welcomes you to the virtual graduation of 2020.
The entire senior class, thank you. To the families, friends, teachers, and fellow Broncos for being here with us today to celebrate this huge accomplishment in our lives. We wouldn't be here without you.
While we know this virtual format isn't ideal, it doesn't stop us from celebrating this accomplishment.
Today we share another memory, together as a class, with a nation of graduates. Thank you, Frederick Douglass, for the past 3 years of our lives. Welcome.
Hello, my name is Megan Meadows, Senior Class Secretary. I am honored to share this moment with you alongside your senior class officers. We would like to take this time to acknowledge the leaders we share with this stage. Mr. Emmanuel Kolk, Fayette County Superintendent. Mr. James McMillan, Fayette County Director of High School. Mr. Lester Diaz, Executive Principal. Ms. Jamie Mills, Associate Principal. Mr. Alan Mays, Associate Principal. Mr. Michael Harmon, Associate Principal. Mr. Alden Mead, Associate Principal. Mr. Sean Hines, Academy Coach. Mrs. Janae Botang, Carter G. Woodson, Director. Mr. Ray Daniels, Fayette County Board of Education. Mr. Tyler Murphy, Fayette County Board of Education. Mrs. Stephanie Spires, Fayette County Board of Education. We also congratulate the following educators for their years of commitment. Please celebrate each with a round of applause. Mr. Gary McPeak and Ms. Krista Dunn. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Nino Owens, and I am the historian of Frederick Douglass High School's 2020 graduating class.
Greetings. My name is Jarvis Bird, and I serve as the president at Carter G. Woodson Academy. I am truly blessed to be in this leadership position and serve alongside Nino Owens.
It is said that if we are not aware of our history, we are destined to repeat it. One aspect of Frederick Douglass High School that distinguishes us from other schools is the uniquely diverse community of students that walk its halls. This is so normal at Douglass that we often take it for granted. But it's extremely important to remember that a school like this would not have been possible just a few decades ago. This is made evident by the fact that our school is even named after Douglass High School, a segregation-era all-black school here in Lexington.
Carter G. Woodson was an African-American writer and historian known as Father of Black History. He was instrumental in establishing a month for African Americans to be highlighted, honored, and recognized, known as Black History Month. Woodson chose February to honor the abolitionist Frederick Douglass. He understood that real education means to inspire people to live more abundantly, to learn to begin with life as they find it and make it better.
Frederick Douglass was born a slave. When he was young, Douglass would trade toys and food to young white boys in exchange for reading and writing lessons. Even as a child, he realized the value of education and the power that it gave him. After years of struggle, he decided to escape to the North. But instead of ignoring the continued plight of the rest of his community, Douglass put his life on the line and became an abolitionist. He wrote scathing articles and delivered fiery speeches that argued for racial equality, the complete abolition of slavery, and highlighted the hypocrisy of American slave owners. Some Northerners remarked that Douglass was a living dissent to slave owners' claims that black people were born with weak intellectual capabilities. Frederick Douglass was unequivocally committed to education, not only for himself, but for everyone, even the slave owners who put his life at risk.
We, the students of Carter G. Woodson Academy, have a legacy to look up to that is built from perseverance, commitment, and forward thinking. In the year of 2012, Carter G. Woodson Academy set the foundation by implementing the 7 WELL principles, those being well-dressed, well-read, well-prepared, well-traveled, well-spoken, well-behaved, and well-mannered. All of those lead to our scholars being well-prepared for college, career, and life.
I am a firm believer in the providence of God. His hand is clearly evident in the consolidation of our 2 schools. The namesakes of our schools were unwaveringly committed to all of the same principles, with education at the forefront of those principles. It's not a coincidence that our students share the same building and walk the same hallways, and it's not a coincidence that our schools share a similar goal, working to equip students with the necessary skills to lead and succeed in life.
During this time of uncertainty, I've lived by the scripture, for we live by faith, not by sight. It reminds us that God is always in control, and we cannot let circumstances define our future. The positivity that our seniors from Carter G. Woodson Academy and Frederick Douglass High School have displayed in the midst of this pandemic has been unmatched. We have come together in spite of all we have lost and came out stronger because of it. Exceptional leaders like the two we have described have one thing in common, that being initiative for action. Class of 2020, I am ready to act if I can find brave men to help me.
And now, enjoy our senior class then and now tribute.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke, your love life's the away. It's like you're always stuck in second gear, when it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year. But I'll be there for you when the rain starts to fall. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you 'cause you're there for me too. You're still in bed at 10 and work again at 8. You burned your breakfast so far, things are going great. Your mother warned you there'd be days like these, but she didn't tell you when the world was brought you down to your knees. That I'll be there for you when the rain starts to fall. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you 'cause you're there for me too. No one could ever know me, no one could ever see me. Seems you're the only one who knows what it's like to be me. Someone to face the day with, make it through all the rest with. Someone I always laugh with, even at my worst, the best with you. Yeah. It's like you're always stuck in second gear, when it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year. I'll be there for you when the rain starts to fall. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you 'cause you're there for me too. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you 'cause you're there for me too. No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke, your love life's the away. It's like you're always stuck in second gear, when it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year. But I'll be there for you when the rain starts to fall. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you 'cause you're there for me too. job's a joke you broke, your love life's the away. It's like you're always stuck in second gear, when it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year. But I'll be there for you when the rain starts to fall. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you, 'cause you're there for me too. You're still in bed at 10 and work again at 8. You burned your breakfast so far, things are going great. Your mother warned you there'd be days like these, but she didn't tell you when the world was brought down to your knees. That I'll be there for you when the rain starts to fall. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you 'cause you're there for me too. No one could ever know me, no one could ever see me. Seems you're the only one who knows what it's like to be me. Someone to face the day with, make it through all the rest with. Someone I always laugh with, even at my worst, the best with you. Yeah.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Rana Patel, and I am the class president of the 2020 graduating class. Students, families, and faculty, I welcome you to our virtual graduation day at Frederick Douglass High School. It's a great privilege to be standing here. We are blessed with the abundant opportunity to have a graduation, albeit a virtual one, despite the fact we are quarantined during one of the most important times of our lives. We have always had opportunities to rise above challenges, and this virus is just another challenge, and we will rise. The class of 2020 will be stronger. We entered high school 4 years ago with curiosity and wonder. With curiosity came opportunity. Opportunities to choose to leave halls where we were comfortable, to attend the new high school. What a risk. And from the looks of it, we dared to take that risk of trying something new. We dared to be different. The past 3 years have been interesting, though. We were accustomed to traditional methods of teaching, but Douglas introduced 21st century learning school-wide. We were handed Chromebooks instead of traditional paper, which enabled us to improve upon our learning methods and encourage collaboration. We were given badges, which at first seemed a pain to remember, but encouraged students and staff to learn names and ensure our safety. Our short 3-year experience helped set the example for the younger students on how to deal with adversity and unexpected challenges. 3 years later, as we leave a legacy that believes in community involvement, leadership, and believes in taking risk. Our biggest risk was choosing Douglas and creating a culture and making it feel like home. Now we are moving on from high school in many different directions. I believe the next chapter of our lives and journey must be faced with bravery and confidence. If you have ever had the notion about exploring the Amazon forest of Peru, this is exactly the time. If you believe you are destined to be on America's Got Talent, this is the time to do it. Channel your inner Beyonce or Will Smith. If you have the notion of simply hobbying the next big thing from Shark Tank, now is the time to do it. Start your own business. Do it today and shape your future. One of my favorite authors and global entrepreneurs, Gary Vaynerchuk, believes that after graduation, you should be doing the thing that makes you happy, instead of acting upon opinions of others, because regret is scarier than failure. I agree, nothing is scarier than regret. We've faced challenges and struggles, but this isn't going to stop us. We are the class of 2020. I want to encourage each of us to move forward with gratitude, kindness, optimism, and most importantly, love. Thank you. It's been an honor and a privilege to be a student at Frederick Douglass High School.
Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and the 2020 graduating class of Frederick Douglass High School. I would like to personally welcome you to our virtual graduation ceremony. But before I continue, I would like to thank everyone that has worked so hard to make this ceremony possible. A lot of time, consideration, planning, and organization went into this event. So thank you. Thank you all. The 2020 graduating class of Frederick Douglass High School will be the third ever graduating class. This group is historic and truly special. When Frederick Douglass High School opened its doors on 2017, the students graduating today were only sophomores. They chose to come. They established a legacy, developed a tradition, and created excellence. This group filled our trophy cases, earned prestigious awards and scholarships, but most of all, they defined Douglass. Superintendent Kalk and the Fayette County Board of Education gave us this beautiful school located at 2000 Winchester Road. But I say to you, this group put Douglass on the map. No other class of graduates can follow this class, the 2020 class, and say they chose to come. No other class before this class, the 2020 class, accomplished so much. Therefore, I say again, this is a truly special group. Some of the students that will be graduating today, I have served as their principal since the 6th grade. One morning on the morning announcements, as a much younger principal, I was overcome with emotion, pride, and joy. And I proclaimed that day in front of the entire school that it was an honor and a privilege that I get to serve them in that capacity. I still feel that to this day. And I still make that proclamation every day on the morning announcements. See, folks, I think they teach us more than we teach them. And we do teach them. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that every great generation must face and overcome a great challenge. Even though the graduates of 2020 refuse to be defined by this global pandemic, they will beat this global pandemic. They will be a great generation. Mr. Koch and the members of the Board of Education, on behalf of the faculty and staff of every elementary school and every middle school represented here, along with Frederick Douglass High School, it gives me great pleasure to present to you the class of 2020. They have met all the requirements set forth by the Commonwealth of Kentucky, the Kentucky Department of Education, and the Fayette County Board of Education. Presenting the class of 2020 for Frederick Douglass High School will be our academy principals. Thank you.
Presenting the 2020 graduating class of Frederick Douglass High School.
Vincent Eugene Adams.
Layla Kalina Alati.
Caleb David Alamon.
Desmond Asha Allison Jr.
Areli Amador.
Najma A. Markel.
Alana Jaylene Anthony.
Alyssa Marie Atwood.
Phoenix Kale Babbitt.
Bailey Suzanne Bays.
Emma Caroline Barr.
Marcus Anthony Bean.
Jaquise Beatty.
Dylan A. Benton.
Aminata Baridi.
Lisha Bishop.
Trenton Kyle Blanton.
Queensland Marfua Boateng.
Tyler Chase Boggs.
Emily Hazel Bonilla Gonzalez.
Gary Thomas Brown.
Van Walker Brumfield.
Quentin Bryson.
Demarcus Deontay Alize Burks.
Taquan DeReese Burnett.
Teajanique Ramel Burns.
Brooklyn Burton.
Dylan Omar Bussell.
Jalen Lamar Bybee.
Jarvis Lamar Bird.
Seth Alexander Case.
William Carson.
Jalen Micah Carter.
Madison Kaysen.
Carson Riley Castillo.
Dynasty Lachey Cavens.
Emmanuel Michael Matthias Chenault.
Kamora Alasia Chestnut.
Bilal A. Chad.
Dane Matthew Crisco.
Envious Clark.
Brian Cade Cochran.
Grace Taylor Collins.
Lonnie Jacob Collins.
Nkosi Luis Commodore.
Carmen Gail Conway.
Mary Grace Cook.
Chastain C. Colson.
Soshi Anahi Cristino.
Magali Cruz.
Jeffrey Salvador Cruz Mendoza.
Joshua John Cunningham.
Jacob Ryan Dannon.
Ryan Suleiman Damra.
Lauren Elizabeth Grace Doherty.
Casey Raquel Davis.
Marquise DeMarcus Davis.
Brianna Nicole Denning.
Ethan Matthew Dieterich.
Katrina Renee Dillingham.
Rachel Elaine Dodd.
Christian Elijah Thomas Duncan.
Justin T. Duval.
Cameron Olivia Eggleston.
Yaron Jada Elsie.
Davidson Mikkel Engel.
Jennifer Espinoza Torres.
Jordan Creighton Quinton Espy.
Alexis Evans.
Rolf Michael Flaherty.
Jordan Wesley Forbes Lopez.
Mason Lewis Foster.
Michael Thomas Fraley.
Eduardo Franco.
Elizabeth Wynn Franklin.
Danielle Aaron Freund.
Catherine Irma Frias.
Grayson Frustacci.
Saul Frutos.
Jakara Lachey Foltz.
Esmeralda Montserrat Gallegos Ortega.
Kayvon Antonio Gar.
Leon A. Gatewood.
Alyssa Caitlin Gebhart.
Dewan Dekai George.
Justin Juka.
Jalen Givens.
Zachary Robert Good.
Jenna Marie Gorman.
Yolitzi Gorastieda Favela.
Alfredo Lucio Govia.
Noah Marshall Gray.
Zoe Olia Gray.
Jalen Christopher Green.
Aaliyah Marcel Grider.
Lexus Joel Griffith.
Jonathan Guzman.
Daniel Christopher Hager.
Jameson Tyler Hager.
Lindsay Renee Hager.
Veronica Rose Haney.
Sarah Sue Harp.
Aiden Christopher Harris.
Michaela Renee Harrison.
Shekaniah Glory Harvey.
Jacob Wilson Hostley.
David Scott Hawkins.
Sir Nicholas Hawkins Wright.
Joshua Grant Hayes.
Rebecca P. Heilig.
Jaden Deshawn Henderson.
Paige Afton Hensley.
Bonnie Melton Heron Jr.
Ashton Bryce Higgins.
DeAndre Cortez Hines.
Benjamin Height.
Caden Scott Hollyfield.
Ashanti Dolores Hollingsworth.
Caleb Anthony Hunley.
Ryan Nicholas Hunt.
Nathan D. Hyde.
Tristan E. Isaacs.
Jerion Page Isbell.
Autumn Bria Jackson.
Damian Jackson.
Kenneth Jacoby Jackson.
Yolanda Vanita Denise Jackson.
Kamia Kenyatta Johnson.
Kamaya Johnson.
Ethan Lane Jones.
Cheyenne Marie Jones.
Tariq A. Jones.
Tatiana Mia Jones.
Catherine Marie Jilka.
Espoir Kambale.
Francine Manonga Kapaya.
Christian Keller.
Raquel Ermelinda Kafembe.
Catherine Taylor Kincaid.
Mason O'Neill King.
Brendan D. Kinney.
Elizabeth Lucille Kuiper.
Kagan Jace Kirk.
Danielle Nona Afiri Arinma Corsa Brown.
Lauren Kayla Lammers.
Josiah Davis Lansden.
Alyssa Lizanne LaPrelle.
James Michael Loriano.
Taylor Rose Lawson.
Ryan Christopher Ligib.
Christian J. Lewis.
Chloe Marie Lopes.
Whitney Michelle Lopez Prada.
Haristian Georgioff Lukov.
Innocent Desire Lumona.
Po Chang Lee.
Camila Louisiana Machuca Pesantes.
Tanae Diamond Malachi.
Justin Robert Mack Mallory.
Hunter Chase Martin.
Aiden John Maxey.
Genvi Zinga Zinga Mayel.
Isaiah Coleman McAnich.
Jackson Douglas McBrayer.
Joshua Taylor McClurg.
Faith Mirari McDonald.
And Janika Lachey McGowan.
Ashley Taylor McIntosh.
Elias Dwayne McKenzie.
Hannah Grace McLaughlin.
Nathaniel Thomas Mead.
Megan Meadows.
Caleb Abaramuro Mensa.
Abigail Page Merrifield.
Deja Denali Matoyer.
Benjamin Thomas Metzler.
Megan Zoe Manjares.
Jared Moore.
Riley Danelle Moran.
Stephen Clay Morgan.
Imani Morton.
Ryan Mackenzie Mosley.
Darius Ray Mullins.
Murray Mwamini.
Salon Learned Nab.
Myra Salas Navarra.
Devin Lee Marquise Neal Jr.
Eddie Dean Nelson.
Lynn Mai Ngayan.
Ezra Ngala.
Ya Intodi.
Daphne Bridget Olivar Camacho.
Jacob Israel Olivares.
Jeffrey Ollie.
Ana Lucia Ortega Hernandez.
Nino D. Owens.
Precious Diara Lanice Oxendine Parker.
Walker Bradley Parks.
Ronit M. Patel.
Yash Himal Patel.
Taylor Rayanne Patterson.
Ross J. Patton.
Kieran E. Paul.
Tanner William Peck.
Kevin Pena.
Armando Peñalosa.
Caitlin Suzanne Perkins.
Nathaniel Ryan Perry.
Taiwan Shakur Peterson.
Abigail Grace Phelps.
Jackson Crawford Pierce.
DeAndre Deshawn Lowain Pinkston.
Alexander Todd Pollock.
Katia Berenice Portillo Miranda.
Troy Jamont Posey.
Robert Alex Price.
Jillian Renee Pravat.
Jesse Jet Provost.
Parker David Randall.
Kaylee Ann Ratliff.
Gustavo Adolfo Rebollar Cazares.
Aiden Jefferson Reed.
Dalton Lee Richardson.
Emily Juliana Rivera.
Emery Robinson.
Hezekiah Lorenzo Robinson.
Naya Renee Robinson.
Trinity Starr Robinson.
Jesse James Robinson Jr.
Austin Pearson Rockefeller.
Andrew Isaac Rodriguez.
Levi Josue Rodriguez Argueta.
Samuel Rodriguez Jr.
Andrea Morgan Romers.
Jalen Cortez Russell.
Jonathan Andrew Ryan.
Malik Salih.
Angel Abraham Santian.
Destiny Sky Sawin.
Cameron Alexander Schnelly.
Alexander William Siemens.
Ian Garrett Sexton.
Asia Nicole Shelton.
Avon McKenna Shields.
Julianne Shungu.
Ashley Smith.
Josiah Carlos Smith.
Jayan Kian Smith.
Natalia C. Smith.
Skya Smith.
Trinity Nicole Sneed.
Deshaun Q. Snowden.
Kamaria Spalding.
Dorian Dwayne Steele.
Takevion Vanquavius Taquez Strozier.
Caroline Sue Taylor.
Blake Dillard Tevis.
Dana L. Thompson.
Ramarcus K. Thompson.
Anthony Jesus Toral Viveros.
Angel Torres.
Ashley Bridget Torres.
Jennifer Toscano.
Ryan D. Tripp.
Mark Anthony Turley.
Patient Tuishimi.
Hannah Marie Ulrich.
Janet Velasquez.
Braden Christopher Vickery.
Jeffrey Jason Vyers.
Marceline Wasiba.
Marco Wasiba.
Maya Jordan Walker.
Olivia Rose Walls Passell.
Miles Derek Warfield.
Jamel Dwayne Carlos Weathers.
Skylar Jade West.
Dion Jalen White.
Macy Whitehouse.
Devin Michael Whitfield.
Claudia Sienna Nicole Whitt.
Kaylin Forrest Wilhoit.
Brandon Bige Williams.
Tariq Williams Sanders.
Janiyah Renee Wilson.
Christopher Edward Whitty.
Colin Martin Wolf.
Caleb Matthew Woodhams.
Yamaya Ashante Woods.
Holliston D. Marie Works.
Idris David Wright.
Sabrin Renee Wright.
Tony Lamar Wright.
Braden Thomas Wiley.
Brian Keon Young.
Casey Denise Young.
Sammy Fozzie Eunice.
Alexandria Marie Zacola.
Xinyi Zhang.
Congratulations, class of 2020. We are so proud of you.
My name is Lindsay Hanger, Senior Class Vice President. Throughout life, we are thrown many obstacles that we must take on. The class of 2020 was faced with COVID-19, and instead of giving up, we took this opportunity to prove to the world that we are a determined and strong class as we finish our school year off with a powerful punch. We did not stumble over the idea of finishing our senior year independently. We did not stumble over the idea of losing our senior benefits. Instead, we rose to the challenge and took this opportunity to show our friends, family, teachers, and the world how we will not back down. Despite the hardships that we have faced, this will only prepare us for what's to come. It has proven to everyone what we are capable of and how we are hardworking and fearless. With this, we will become stronger each and every day in our future careers. We will make a difference in the workforce and let others truly see what we are capable of. We are the class of 2020, and we have made history for the world to never forget.
Thank you, Lindsay. Class of 2020, by the authority invested in me by the Fayette County Board of Education, I hereby declare you Frederick Douglass High School graduates. Please move your tassels to confirm you have completed the program of studies. And go forth into the world, be of good courage, render to no one evil for evil, and let the lessons learned carry you in life.